Hello everyone, this is Akhil,
This is Nishi.
And this is Shreyas.
and we are here to welcome you to the fifth episode of our podcast series, The Social Muse. We'll be discussing an incredibly crucial topic today, pollution, and we'll be focusing on plastics.
Even though this has been the hot topic of conversation amongst the environmentalists for several years now, it appears there has not been enough of an impact as we witness the continuous deterioration of the environment. In fact, according to a recent report, plastic wastage is growing at an annual rate of 9%, and 75% of all plastic produced has become waste.
To properly paint a picture on why this crisis needs to be averted, it's imperative to discuss the adverse effects plastics have on the environment. Firstly, plastic pollution has a direct and deadly effect on wildlife. The most visible impacts of plastic debris are the ingestion, suffocation, and entanglement of hundreds of marine species.
True, Shreyas. Thousands of seabirds and sea turtles, seals, and other marine mammals are killed each year after ingesting plastic or getting entangled in it. According to the Center of Biological Diversity, endangered wildlife like Hawaiian monk seals and Pacific loggerhead sea turtles are among nearly 700 species that eat and get caught in plastic litter.
Talking about the greedy species, humans, whose actions, like exploiting the water bodies, damage the quality of all sorts of water resources due to extensive use of plastic and material waste, eventually leading it to water pollution, depletion of groundwater, and toxic damage to aquatic lives, therefore disturbing the whole ecological cycle and balance. Studies over the years have shown that there will be severe water depletion of groundwater across major nations of the world by the year 2035.
Besides the impact made on oceanic life, there has also been damage caused to humans. Microplastics have been found in tap water, beer, salt, and are present in all samples collected in the world's oceans, including the Arctic. Several chemicals used in the production of plastic materials are known to be carcinogenic and to interfere with the body's endocrine system, causing developmental, reproductive, neurological, and immune disorders in both humans and wildlife.
In addition to this, a link between oceanic pollution and human health has been scientifically proven. Toxic contaminants also accumulate on the surface of plastic as a result of exposure to seawater. When marine organisms ingest plastic debris, these contaminants enter their digestive systems and over time accumulate in the food web. This transfer of contaminants can be extremely harmful to human health.
Well, those really are some worrying facts pointed out. Even though the environment has suffered greatly due to these man made mistakes, it is important to note that all these obstacles can be fought by following the right steps. But what exactly are the right steps that we can follow?
Well, that's a good question. The amount of unnecessary plastic that is produced is the issue that needs to be addressed. There are pretty easy ways to do so as well. We can start off by ditching plastic bags for reusable bags. By this, we can save 1500 plastic bags from getting eaten by marine life. Another small change is that we can skip plastic straws, make do without it, or use glass, bamboo, hay, metal, or any other type of reusable straw. You can save 584 straws when you switch to reusables.
I personally believe that there should be a call on human actions to see a place where everyone desires to be. We should use biodegradable sources such as paper bags and brass or aluminium containers for daily needs. Implementing the 3R strategy, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle, will ensure that there is a balance in the sustainable use of environmental resources. The plastic that are being generated should be recycled and used rather than disposing them on the grounds or into the water bodies.
Also, it's a common myth that the plastic pollution crisis is solely a waste management problem. There are many false solutions of plastic waste management which people follow and also believe that they are helping or doing their part, but in actuality cause further harm to the environment. Some of these include incineration of plastics, which, when done, produces immense amounts of toxic waste. Also, there is the use of compostable bio based plastic, which has similar levels of toxicity to conventional plastic and also produce more GHG emissions than fossil based plastic.
Another thing that people may not know is that certain large companies also act as huge contributors to plastic pollution. In fact, according to Break Free from Plastic organization, in the year 2021, Coca-Cola, PepsiCo and Nestle were named the top 3 plastic polluters. As consumers, it is important that we should be aware of the environmental damages caused by our favorite brands.
However, there are also many brands that have taken initiatives to combat this problem. For example, in 2019, Adidas made about 11 million pairs of shoes using recycled plastic. Another company, Green Toys, creates imaginative children's toys using recycled milk jugs.
Well, how do we still end up using plastic? It's shocking to know these facts and how it has become such an integral part of our lives.
I suppose we humans have a general tendency to not change our approach despite knowing the consequences. There is a need for us to realize that Earth is not just a place for humans alone, but also a place for millions of species.
We, being the major consumers, should be aware that only the required amount of resources are to be used for our needs and not for our greed. We must remember that even the smallest of actions can make all the difference in this world. Through this quote, we are signing off for today. Thank you for tuning in.